Welcome to Tamizh, Suvai, folks. RJ Sudha again. We're conducting a short list of short interviews rather than having a 2-hour long Saturday radio show. I want to bring in a lot of inspiring and motivating people. And as you all know, women come in all kinds of forms. They come different types of women around us. Some of us teachers, some of us inspire us, some of us motivators, and some of us guide us. They could be our mothers, they could be our teachers, they could be astronauts, they could be they could be entrepreneurs, they could be scientists, and a lot more. This is a small category of women who are compassionate entrepreneurs. Entrepreneurs could be different levels. They could just be, go-getters and kind of things, and they could just get things done. But there is one specific category of entrepreneurs who are extremely compassionate, and this is the category where Ms. Swati Singh, my special guest for the day, falls in. Very, very inspiring, I should say. I came across her through one of the Facebook or WhatsApp forwards. When she learned, Swati Singh, when she learned about her friends and relatives who are going through harmful product tests, she was extremely heartbroken. In 2016, Swati formed the Shakti Women's Group, a self-help group with the aim to generate employment for 10 women and to divert them away from endangering their health to earn a few rupees. The self-help group ran numerous programs to train and support and encourage women to earn and without any caveat. The group evolved to form Aseem Shakti. Today, they are a DIPP recognized startup with a mission: employment for about 10,000 women by 2025. Amazing, amazing dream, amazing so far by the way she has come from what she was in 2016 up to today in 2021. It is a fantastic journey, very successful journey, I should say. Swati also owns how she generates employment for these women is by very fun and interesting thing that many of you women who are listening to the show would be interested in. If all of you, I tell you, Sari is the most graceful Indian attire. Even today, although it has been carried on for several centuries, it has just been, even today, if the Westerners love to wear the Indian sari as they call it. But many of us, including me, we don't have the time, we don't have the patience to make sure it is tied properly. We don't have the time to pin it properly, etc. But Swati's business, she takes your existing sari, the 6-yard sari, and then converts them into ready-made sari, so that you can just wrap it around in exactly 30 seconds and let go. And not just that, she gives you an ability to have a pocket holder for your cell phone, for your mobile. Isn't that interesting? In addition to that, she gives you an ability to buy ready-made saris that you can just wear and for a party wear, so that you don't have time. Because women folks, we're always we want to dress up, but at the same time we are held up in cleaning up, finishing up the kitchen tasks, taking care of the children, etc. And at the same time we want to look good in a party or a wedding or any kind of a special occasion, or even going to office, but we don't have the time to do that. So if we have an ability to have a sari that is ready to wear in 30 seconds, what stops us? So Swati Singh and her organization is here to help us. So with that, without further ado, I'd like to welcome Swati Singh to the show. Welcome, Swati. How are you doing?
Thank you so much, Sudha. Thank you for inviting me. I'm doing very well. How are you?
Yeah, doing great. Thank you very much too. A very pleasure and a very honor to have you. And hats off to you and your organization. Hats off to your initiative for bringing in so many women to your organization for empowering them, I should say. And especially when women are still. Not just in India, everywhere else, their roles are confined to home. Most of the women are confined to the home. I think it's time that we create independence, financial independence, and to them, and help them think independently, basically. And Swati, could you tell us about yourself and what drew you so much towards starting the Shakti Women's Group?
Sure. So I'm born and brought up in Mumbai, and I grew up in a conservative North Indian household. I come from a very humble background. So like growing up, my family, the school that I went to, like my parents did not have a lot of money to put me in a good school. So the school that I went to was surrounded with what people call low income families or underprivileged families. So I think my childhood and the school, especially where I went to, it had an impact on me. I have seen everything, each and every problem that a family which belongs to a low income background goes through. So growing up, I had seen a lot of things, and I somehow wanted to help, and wanted to make them happy. Basically, that was my only goal growing up. Like, how can I solve their problems and all. So as I grew up, I started doing fundraising and all, whatever way in my little capacity, whatever I could do.
So
I started doing that.
Mhm.
Yeah, so there were a couple of women that I knew them since I was a kid, and I knew the financial problems that they were going through, and I always felt bad, and I always tried to help, but I knew that this is not a sustainable way. I think there's one particular day that I remember. So there was this group of women who were coming from somewhere, and they were looking very happy, and I was just curious, and I went them and asked them, and these were the same women that I'm talking about.
Ah,
And I asked them, like, why are you so happy? What
what
happened?
makes you happy?
And what makes you so happy? Yeah, very cheerful. And these are they are usually crying and stressed, and that day they were very happy.
Hmm.
And they were dressed up. So I
Ah.
knew that they're coming from somewhere.
Hmm.
So I got curious, and I was very happy to see them happy.
Sure.
So when I asked them, like, what makes you so happy, they told me about these cosmetic companies. When they come up with new products, they test it on human skin, and they showed me, and they pay them like as low as 130 rupees, 100
Oh
rupees
my
paper
God.
voucher. Exactly. And if it's for a prolonged, like if it's for 10-15 days, then maybe 1,000-2,000 rupees and all. So that's they showed me the bandages that they had on the back, and they were very happy because they earned it. So I could see.
They
My
didn't.
first
They
year
were just innocent victims. All that they needed at that point was some money to keep them happy,
exactly to
and
keep them happy.
they felt they
But
looked
it
good
was,
at makeup. Mm.
yeah, so it was not even makeup. It was just on their back they write numbers 1, 2, 3. So it's one is the first cream, second is the second cream, and how it has reacted on their skins, and they put a bandage on it. So that's what they do. That's the process.
Oh.
And before that, they can, nobody will willingly go and get
Volunteer.
product tested on their skin unless you are paying them. It's that section of the society which will do anything for money. So what I could see was they were very happy, and my first reaction obviously was, oh my God, that's dangerous.
So it's almost like testing drugs on rats, but rats can't talk. Yeah,
dangerous.
yeah.
So apparently they were aware of it. It's good that the company, they make them aware of it. They make them sign a document that if something happens, you are aware of it. But what I could see was they were thrilled because this was a money that they earned using the resources that they did not have skill, but they had the resources that they had was their skin, the body, the skin, the using that. It was a money that they earned, and it was not handed over to them by anybody. This was like, probably the first time that they were earning through this.
And it was not illegal. I mean, quote unquote illegal.
And it was not illegal. Yeah. And it was like, that was one day that I remember. I was shocked, and I felt helpless, and I felt like, what am I doing if I can't, help 10 women to do something? So what I could observe was that, one, that these women wanted to work, which is why, they went out of their houses and, whatever opportunity that they got. Two, they were doing it. Of course, one, it was easy money. It was near their houses, and it was not messing with their schedule, basically. So these were the things that I could observe, and if I can provide them that, they will leave. They leave, going to those panels, they call it. So I invited all of them at my home, and I told them that if you form a self-help group, you can help each other, save 100 rupees a month, and you can give small loans to each other. This is how you save. And they all agreed. And I told them that it was Diwali. It was around Diwali. So I told them that we'll do a candle making workshop and all those
Wow.
things, and we'll
Oh,
sell.
good.
And
You
luckily
have
they all
this.
agreed.
You have this entrepreneur mindset already, much when you're much younger. Okay.
Yes, but I did not recognize it as that. All
No,
I wanted was
actually, I
to
should correct it, saying
do
a
what you're doing.
compassionate entrepreneur. You are a social entrepreneur
Yeah.
at that age. Okay. Okay.
Yeah, now when I look at it in the hindsight, now I think that was that. But at that time, I did not want to be an entrepreneur. It just happened because I wanted them to just leave what they were doing,
Hmm.
and they're not going to leave it if I'm not going to give them a better option.
Yeah.
They have to earn money for their families and all of those things.
Yeah.
So they agreed to do it, and we did it. During the Diwali, we did a candle making workshop. They learned how to make candles and all those lanterns, and we sold it and everything. And then
Beautiful.
again, I was trying to find work for them from the market, and then it was again for Raksha Bandhan, making rakis.
Very nice.
So now, but then I realized, like during the process of me finding work for them, I realized that one, the market was very exploitative.
Yeah.
They
Yeah.
were making them work a lot and not willing to pay,
Hmm.
or making late payments. No, it like very low wages. And the second was the conditions, and whatever conditions that these work demanded from them, they were not able to do it because they did not have that kind of environment.
Hmm.
So then I wanted to resolve this.
Yeah.
So I thought the only option is to have something of our own, and so that we can work on our own terms, decide our own wages and all that. And that's how Aseem Shakti came into being. And I
Wonderful.
wanted to, I mean, all these. So I had a set of 10 women who knew basic cooking and basic sewing.
Huh.
So I thought, I thought I won't be able to handle a food business. Might be able to handle a fashion business. And then we chose fashion, and then I started thinking, what is it that fashion industry is lacking? What is that Indian fashion industry like? And that's how the idea of sari,
Wonderful.
instant wear sari and pocket sari
Yeah.
came into being.
Very nice. Yeah. Let us
And
talk about that. Let's talk about that product line of
yeah,
sari making,
yeah,
ready-made saris, and then how we take in material from how we take in saris from people and then convert them into ready-made, ready-to-wear saris. That will be nice to
so
talk about.
that happened again. Um, that happened because we did not have a lot of funds to invest in having our own stock. So we spent a lot of time in training these women, and in developing the entire design and filing for a patent and everything. And we did buy a small stock initially, but we did not have funds to keep buying stock.
Mm.
So we started pitching to people and our customers to I knew that everybody had their saris at home. So bring your own sari and we'll convert it into a ready-made sari. So that
BYOS. They say there is something else.
purely happened because we did not have funds. And then the pandemic happened. And we had the same reason where like we had to shut our unit for 5 months. So there was literally zero revenue for 5 months. It was a very difficult time and all that. And when we resumed working, like in last September, then again we started pitching the customers, get your old saris and we'll do it. So now customers can send their own saris also, and they can collect, they can select something from our collection.
Okay.
So the 2 lockdowns actually worked. I mean, of course, we suffered a lot, but it worked in our favor that one brought us the opportunity of, that women can send their own saris. And in the second one, we came up with this idea of helping other women-owned sari brands sell out their dead stocks by becoming a sari marketplace. And it worked well for us. So now we will have our own stock, but we will be a sari marketplace, so the customers can discover more women-owned sari brands, and they can wear their favorite brand within 30 seconds and have a pocket in it.
Awesome.
So that's how it works
Very
for
nice.
us.
Very beautiful. Very beautiful. So, can you elaborate on the types of sari material? Are you open to any kind of saris, like say Kanchipuram silk to chiffon? Because and also the latest trends about some nice silky materials. I'm not a very sari person, but I'm sure there is a lot of varieties of saris that have come into the market, especially now that the pandemic is slightly getting easier. Are you open to taking in materials from all kinds of sari materials?
So we have worked with all kind of materials.
Very
So
good.
there's only net material that we don't recommend sometimes, or we don't recommend that you have pocket in them. But we have worked with all materials, even Kanjivaram, Paithani, even the most expensive sarees. When we started, the idea was for a regular office wearing kind of sarees, cotton basically. But over the period of time, women sent us all kind of fabrics. Women have all fabrics and all sarees, and we work with all of them. Now we can confidently say, like, send us any material and we'll be able to do it.
Very beautiful. Very nice. Very nice. And you told us about the mobile, the pocket holder for the mobile itself. Was that a requirement? Was it an afterthought, or did it come in the initial design itself?
Definitely an afterthought. The initial, like the first thought was to make it easy to wear a sari. And then when we realized, our target was working women initially.
Sure.
And then we realized that it is not practical for a working woman to wear a sari if you don't make it functional and utility oriented.
Yeah.
So in earlier times when a lot of women were not working, it worked that time. But today a lot of women are working and they love saris. They love wearing saris. So it only made sense to have a pocket in them. We have pockets nowadays in kurtas and even jeans and everything, but never in saris. Right. So that was a great opportunity that I saw there, and I thought we should definitely work on it. So that's how we developed a lot of designs and finalized the one we filed a patent for.
You filed a patent already. Okay.
The patent is approved now. Now that sari is a design patent approved.
Fantastic.
We are the only ones they'll get it from.
Congratulations for that.
Thank you.
How can are you accepting orders from the US or any other foreign countries at this point?
Yeah. We have delivered in Germany, US, yes, Canada, London.
Wow, fantastic. Great. And how do we get in touch with you?
Australia also, in Sydney. Yes.
How do we get in touch with you? If you could, we can exchange that privately, but I can post when I post this video, I can add the detail on how we can get in touch with you on how to.
Sure.
Okay? And I think we have to handle the shipping cost, etc. Right?
Yeah.
You have.
There's one interesting thing that I want to add.
Yes.
Since you mentioned the shipping cost. So this is again from the experience. So we wanted to deliver saris to a customer in London, and the shipping cost was coming a lot. And the courier person said that if we make it, 7 kgs, then the cost will cut down by half. So what we did was we put in some, I thought I'll put some sweets in it, but the customer said that can you put savories? Can you put not sweet but Indian dishes? So we put chaklis and all the snacks and all those things.
Nice.
So now we have made it so all international customers will get.
Oh my God! You could actually collaborate with your other Mumbai-based, some
women
companies.
Entrepreneurs.
Yeah, women entrepreneur companies, and maybe snack makers, and also you thrive and let others thrive also. Wow, fantastic.
Yeah. So we are like local. We are sourcing it locally. The women who are making it from home. So we are doing that. So all the customers. That is something very interesting.
Wonderful. You're talking about difference. You're impacting other entrepreneur companies also. Personally, people who work for you, have they told you about what kind of impact you have done on them, on their lives, or the personal lives, etc.?
Yeah. So individually, how it has impacted them.
Yes.
Yeah, I would love to answer that question because it is the women who are working with us and how it has impacted them. It's really close to like 80% close to how I had envisioned it. So, especially during this lockdown where the husbands who are daily wage earners have lost their jobs. Women are the ones who are supporting, women who are working with us, who are supporting them. There was a woman who paid her rent. Then there was a woman recently, she bought a phone for her son's online classes. She bought a smart phone.
Nice, very nice.
And it's the same woman who wanted to celebrate her daughter's first birthday with her own money. And these are all women who had never worked before in their lives. Like they had never, in their own words, to quote them, they had never thought that they'll be working. So these are the ones who are being providers now in their houses. And this is what I wanted, women-led development and women as providers in their houses. And they are contributing, helping their husbands to pay school fees for their children. So I am very happy with the impact. And this
absolutely. I mean, absolutely. I'm having goosebumps. This is wonderful. This is, to make, to empower women, to have the untapped women potential, women potential, I should say, to have them contribute to India's GDP, I think is just amazing.
Exactly. Yeah. That is the dream, like to impact so many women that it directly contributes to the GDP.
Yeah, absolutely. Absolutely. Yeah. I know you have, I looked at your website. If you can talk about how people can reach out to you in just a short form, your website and stuff like that, would be nice.
So website, our contact details are there on the website. A number is there.
What's your website again?
We are very active on Instagram.
What's your website? Sorry? What's your website?
It's www.aseemshakti.com.
Aseem Shakti.
They can go there. Yes.
Okay.
And we are very active on our Instagram. We reply to DMs instantly. So they can any day contact us from Instagram, and they can definitely WhatsApp us as well.
Wonderful.
So what are your future
plans? What are your future plans?
Future plans is definitely to the Aseem Shakti of my dreams is a place where a woman can come and choose a skill that she's interested in and learn that and earn through it, So I call it Aseem Shakti, power of opportunities, limitless opportunities.
Awesome.
So that's the dream. And
she's actually walking through a buffet of opportunities, and she can pick and choose what she wants to do. Okay.
So that's what I saw, that women want to do a lot of things. So a lot of women who work with us, they're from the age group of 35 to even 50. So when it was time for them to, learn skills and education and all of that, they did not get that opportunity. And now people think it's too late and all, which is why I want them to learn whatever they want to. And this also again came from experience, because initially we had started tailoring and sewing, and I realized that you can't teach tailoring to all of them. I could not learn it. I don't have an aptitude for it. So I know that there are a lot of women who would not.
Each of us are cut out for something different, unique. You're cut out to be an entrepreneur. Somebody else is cut out for, it's not just the sewing part. Some of them are cut out for designing like a curtain or something else. And each of us, and some of them are designed to be an astronaut. I mean, everybody is designed to be a different person. So we we can all not be doing everything at the same time. So that's completely
so there has to be so many opportunities in Aseem Shakti that she can just pick and choose and empower herself with it. I just want to create that enabling environment where women can come, latch onto it and empower themselves.
Okay, and then move on to the next item on the buffet. Okay, sounds good.
Yeah.
Sounds good. Tell us about your team, Swati.
So the team I started with, so I don't have a fashion background. So I started with 2 designers who were working with me. So during the pandemic only, I had to let go of them, but I have a new designer now. So this is how it happens. Other than that, I am involving my sister in it now.
Very good.
So yeah, this is the team for now.
Okay, that's you.
And I have set up a board of advisory where a lot of experienced individuals are advising us. So that is constant.
Excellent. Before we wind up this conversation, could you tell us 2 things about your social media presence, your Facebook, your website rather, and your Instagram handle, both of them?
So we are available on Instagram, on Facebook, on Twitter, and all our handle is @Aseem Shakti. You can, if you put
Aseem Shakti, can you?
ASEEM. ASEEMSHAKTI. Aseem Shakti.
Okay, Aseem Shakti. Okay.
So you can reach out to us on Instagram, Facebook, anywhere. We are very, very prompt on Instagram, so I would suggest that.
Wonderful. Thank you very much, Swati. Are there any final words that you'd like to share with our listeners?
I just want to thank you, first of all, for giving me this opportunity to reach out to so many people and talk about our work. And I think one person alone cannot make that kind of impact. So each and every person listening to this, all of us have to collaborate, at some level, whatever they can do in their capacity locally. Even if one person thinks that they can locally do the same thing, we'll be very happy to set it up or something like that. Any kind of collaborative opportunities.
Yeah, absolutely. Yeah, we can work on such a thing also. I mean, anything that involves. I'm a very passionate about uplifting women. Nothing said empowering women. So anything that we can do together, that'll be awesome. And we can also have a team here that will work with you. We have actually worked with some organization in India where we have sent a bulk of used sarees, gently used sarees, I should say, to India, where they can distribute it to less fortunate women. So that is one level of saree usage.
So we do run a saree donation drive so that more women can learn to make the sarees.
Okay.
So anybody who wants to donate sarees can also contact us.
Very
so
nice.
We use those sarees for training.
Very nice. Beautiful. Great. Thank you, Swati. Wonderful talking to you. I should say inspired talking to you. Keep up the good work. We will keep in touch. I'll send the listeners this video recording as well as your social media presence and handle, etc. God bless, and looking forward to more. Looking forward to hearing about your growth even further, and about. I'm hoping to connect more of my listeners to your. Send more of my listeners to your organization for their saree requirements, I should say already. Thank you so much. And
that is, I just want to add something. So we don't accept donations. So there are some people who come to us, and then we tell them, if you want to respect their work, you should buy from them. Absolutely. So this is, if anybody who wants to support us, is by respecting their art and whatever our artisans are doing. So thanks a lot for giving me this opportunity again.
I like that self-respect that you have. Yeah, absolutely. Yeah, okay. Thank you very much, Swati. Bye-bye.
Thank you for having me.
Sure.
Bye-bye.
Pleasure is mine.
Wow, I'm so